Hello everyone and welcome to another episode on the Reloaded server. We are in our base once again and we're starting things off with no one on the server. It's been a very quiet little few weeks and the server especially now is at my time it's 10 to 9 p.m. that is, and it's quite late at night. I think it's roughly the middle of the day in Europe and in America quite early in the morning, so it's very quiet. But we do have a couple of plans that we want to get done today, and the first of them is to rejig this entire thing. Now, obviously at the moment it's just a small circle with a single portal in the middle, but what I want to get is a huge, well, I suppose huge isn't quite the right word, but a big temple in the middle here to make it worthy of a nether portal. So what we're going to do is hop into a creative world and actually show you what I've got, because I have been doing a bit of research off camera to figure out exactly what I want to get done with it. So let's hop over there now. And this is a mock-up of what it's going to look like. I haven't built the entire thing. I've just only built about a quarter of it, or even less than a quarter of it, as you can see. But what I'm thinking at the moment is that this is either going to have to be 3 or 4 wide to completely fit with the theme of the rest of the build, which is actually a 4 wide or an even numbered circle. So that is a little bit annoying, but it does mean that I'm going to have to edit it this just a little bit more to make it fit. So this middle section will be 4, and then I think I'll make these portals 4 by something or other. We'll see how it goes. So I do need to take a couple of measurements around here, and then this is going to go in. It's still going to be a circle around the middle, also around this, just like all the other parts of the base, and then we're going to have our normal prismarine going around here. Prismarine roads going to each of the circle bits, just like so. And to top it off, we're going to probably not fire everywhere, but we might have, if I can find it, there it is, warped nilium scattered around here, with maybe a little bit of decoration around here as well. I didn't think that far, but I think this would give it a little bit more pop, and it definitely would fit in with the cyan theme that I've got with this portal. Well, it took me another 20 to 30 minutes of actually rebuilding and rebuilding. You can see all the stuff I've done, but I finally got the outline of the circle. Actually, it took me a little while to realize that I should use a bit of math involved to get this temple, which I think is 16 squared, including the fire around it. So this circle works out perfectly, so it snuggles in just inside the circle. So I'm not going to try again to make an even bigger circle, because it took me long enough to get this one. It does mean that the lights don't go quite the way I would hope, which was what I was trying to do earlier, trying to force it to be a certain amount. I think it was 7 or something like that, or 8, something like that, to make it fit. But I think now that we've got this ready to go, we need to start at least putting out the outline, and then we can see what we're going to need to do to get the rest of the stuff, because I think I still need a lot of dark prismarine, which I don't have a lot of, and I'm going to need a lot of warped wood, which I could grow myself, or I could just buy it, because I think I've got enough cash to do so. So let's hop back into the server and see, well, firstly if anyone's on, and if anyone is if anyone's online, and see what we're going to need to build this. Now, in order to properly get this started, I think I'm going to start with the outside and inner circles, mostly starting with the inner circle, because that's the one that's the entire thing is built around, and then going on to the outer circle. So for that, I'm going to have to completely demolish the original build. I'm going to leave the portal here and this little jumpway over here for the time being, just in case anyone wants to come and visit, although I think that's pretty unlikely. We're probably safe to demolish it, but just in case I need to go to the Nether, which is actually more likely now that I think about it, because I need to go to the shops at some point and get myself some warped wood. So let's just quickly demolish this, and then I think we might hop into a quick time lapse to get the circles done. Well, after that little time lapse, we've got ourselves a big little circle over here. Big little, I guess they're not exactly the same, but we've got ourselves 2 circles, one big, one small, and they all go around in here. As you probably saw in the time lapse, I did struggle a little bit with the circle over here and did have to go over to the big circle over here to try and see what I deliver there. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Now, I need to get myself some soul sand, some dark prismarine, some prismarine, and other bits and bobs from here. Now, I don't think I've got much dark prismarine in here. Definitely not enough to finish it off anyway. And yeah, that's not going to be enough. What else do I have? I need prismarine and more dark prismarine, and oh, I need some of this as well, prismarine, and I also need some warped wood. Now I'm gonna have to go to the shopping district for that, and while I'm there I might check on my shops and also get myself some ink for some prismarine, dark prismarine. Unfortunately, we had no diamonds in our shops, partly because I suspect people haven't been on in a while, but I think I'm going to need quite a number of these. So I've bought myself 8 stacks of ink, and hopefully that should be enough to turn into 8 stacks of dark prismarine, which hopefully will be enough, because a fair bit of it is dark prismarine, so we are going to be running a bit short. Also, I'm going to need a fair bit of this. That's not what I want. I need the warped wood type. Hopefully someone's selling it, because this place looks like it's out. I wonder if there's any on the top up here, or if anyone is selling any. Because if there aren't, that's going to be a bit of a trouble for me, and I'm going to have to get it myself, which is going to be quite painful. I think there's another shop that sells it over here somewhere. This wood train, or wood shop somewhere around here. Somewhere around here there's one. Let's see. No, this is the tool shop. I'm going to have to look around. Well, it took me quite a while to find this place, even though I was bouncing back and forth. I knew there was one on the main road over here, but yeah, I missed it completely. So I think it is, let's have a look, it is 2 stacks for 3 diamonds. 3 stacks for 2 diamonds, or 1 stack for 1. So I'm going to get 6, how many diamonds do I have left in my inventory? 5. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll drop off 2 more diamonds to whoever this person is. That'll leave us with 1. And we will leave Dinosaur, the guard dog, to guard the wood. So now we can drop our diamond back in. And I think for the first time we can show off this little feature. Very nice feature in which allows you to teleport home. It's saved my life so many times. Anyway, up here we need to collect ourselves. Firstly, we need to one of those saw things, the stone cutters, as well as if I can find one, another crafting table. I've just got so many things scattered around the base. It's just not helpful. And I know Stars has complained about it many times, but I kind of like it. At the same time, when it gets in the way, like this, like at the moment, it's a bit annoying. And I'm back at the base where I have actually started a little bit more of the work. I have started to draw out the soul soil circle or square that's going to go inside it. I have a feeling that I've actually done this a little bit wrong, because if I'm going to put the quartz in, the quartz would actually go onto that block, but in the creative testing world it seems that that's not the case. I'm not really sure what's going on, because this, whoops, I've fallen in, that's not what I wanted to do. Once I get back over there, we can see exactly what I'm talking about. So, the middle bit is 4, the walkway is still 4, which actually might be the case why it's a bit wrong. Then I've got the 7 there and the 5 here, and that all leads around around it. So, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the 1 block extra here might be the reason why it's a little bit off. But it still seems to work, so I am going to leave it as such. The quartz will still go around, and I am going to probably do something different with this. So I think it's time for a second time lapse, which is probably quite rare for this channel. I'm going to be let's build up this thing after a quick sleep and get on with it. Well, after that little time lapse, I actually had to take a little bit of a nap, or sleep actually, and came back to it, and I forgot to do the next little time lapse, but for the rest of it, I actually have now got the roof and the portals all working. So, I also put in all the quartz and a little bit more bits and bobs around. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I do wish the circle was just slightly bigger on the inside, because this block should be fire, but it's not. But overall, I am pretty happy with the way this looks. It's the first building that really pops above the waterline, because I do want this place to start to pop a little bit more. So I might do a little bit more on this circle over here, and then later on the east and west. Yeah, sorry, the north and south road as well. But for now, I think that's a very good start to our Nether journey. Now, the next thing we want to do is get started on a bit of a Nether hub. Now, I don't think I've ever really built a Nether hub in Minecraft. Certainly not on the Reloaded server, but I think it's time to do one, especially since this space is going to be quite big. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go below here, and hopefully if I put a Nether portal in here, it will link to below the roof. Otherwise I'm going to have to figure out another way of doing this, which is not going to be as fun as I thought. And then I'm probably going to put another portal on that side, which means I can instantly teleport across or get to the various bits of the base that I really need to without having to walk or run there, which should be a little bit more fun to do. So I think what I need to do here is go below, and hopefully I can just reach that. No, that's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to figure out a different way of doing that. I have a feeling this idea isn't going to work quite as well as I thought, because if I go into the Nether from here, this portal connects to this portal. But obviously if I come up to here, it doesn't connect down there. So I think I might need to rearrange I might need to move the portal on the top part of the Nether, which is going to be slightly annoying because actually I probably should have taken note of the coordinates first, eh? So let's see if I can get the coordinates on the top to match the ones up here, because that is more than 8 blocks. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can get that one to link to the below and this one to link to above. So let's see, that is 973 and 2270. So if I just take note of that, and then I should be able to go to the roof and connect it up, hopefully correctly. Unfortunately, it looks like the plan isn't going to work as well as I thought, because this portal still links to the bottom, to the underground portal as intended, but this and this one links to the top one, I think, no, the bottom one as well, which is very unfortunate. So it looks like the plan I have to put these, at least to put these two Nether portals so close to each other, isn't going to work as well. So that is going to be a little bit annoying. So I'm going to get rid of this, teleport home, and figure out something else to do with the Nether portals, because I definitely can't have one so close to the main portal. So a little bit of a problem there, but we should be able to work it out. One other thing I forgot to mention is that actually while digging this, I actually found 3 more netherrack or ancient debris, so that's very good indeed. Another one for randomly digging, and look how close it was as well. This looks like a tunnel that I was getting through here, someone was blasting through here, And they were so close to ancient debris over here, so lucky me. After a bit of umming and ahhing and trying to decide what to do, I've decided to go ahead and put in a new nether portal on this side of the base, which is my farm area, and I think I'm going to leave the nether hub for a later date. I think, though, I should probably hollow out and probably see where this goes, but I think the location of this is going to be a little bit better for where we want to do the nether hub, or mini nether hub anyway. And over here, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I probably would have preferred underground, but that can be sorted later. In fact, I could probably go underground now and sort it out, because I think this is just below where the other portal was earlier when I tried to make things up. So, yeah, it depends. Do I want to go underground? Because then I would get a whole stack of netherrack, and then I would be able to do a little bit more, but then I would be able to I would be in the way of people's netherite mining, so I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Decisions to make. Actually, while I'm here, I might try and get a couple of more advancements and possibly a head or two, because those two are definitely looking like I could get a strider and a cold strider head. But for now, let's try and fly over here and try and get this strider to walk over here. So we can put it on a stick, and there we go. So I'm not sure how far I need to go to get one of these things, but if I just walk in this direction, hopefully it'll get me an advancement in a minute or two. And that trip ended in a bit of a failure. I may have lost the saddle that I had, as well as, well, I lost the saddle and I lost the 2 striders I was trying to get, and I don't have any strider heads, so that is very disappointing. So we're just going to have to teleport home. Thank goodness for that feature. And we should probably move on from that little failed experiment. I couldn't help myself. I went back in. I just remembered I had a couple of fire resistant potions, and now I've got myself a couple of strider heads. So that is actually from a complete failure to actually a complete success. So we can add these to our strider wall if I don't drop them on the ground, into our hall of heads in, let's see, the mob heads area. We can add them across to the nether area, and that's 2 new heads. We might need to expand this a little bit more, because there might be 1 or 2 more heads to add on to this collection, but overall I think that's a pretty good job. And with that, I think we're going to say thank you very much for watching. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode. Hopefully it won't take me so long to get the next one, but we shall have to see how it goes. Till then, we will see you then. Bye!